he was correct.
Thank you.
Champagne.
Hi, I am the granddaughter of the landowners. I'm here to speak on behalf of not only the future of our town, but my generation, because I feel like we need to hear from what we think is important, and I think we should have to say. Just a few things. My grandfather spent the majority of his life protecting that land. Since I was a little girl, I can remember walking around in the woods with my mama and my little cousins, and we used to go play in the paths, and trees were already dead. Like my father had said, a lot of them are already dead from the gypsy moths too. He used to remove hunters, bikers, loggers, and many more people. He would not let anybody on that land. That was like his land and our families. He has been approached by so many different opportunities and uses of that land at least once a month, but he has never approved it because he didn't think it was right for the town. He's always paid attention to the trees, species, and what's ever back there. He always made sure that everything was protected and everything was okay and that it was clean. It was like a part of the family. Like that land is just, it's always been there. I don't think people understand that they're not going to see the solar. I don't think they're going to see the solar power. It's in the woods. And half those acres are already cleared out. And the trees are dead. And it needs to, it's time that it's been used for something. If for any reason there is any issues, they will take care of it immediately. The company will test wells before and after anything starts. You're probably wondering why would I listen to a 17-year-old. I'm 17, but that doesn't mean that I don't know anything about any of this. I've done my research. I'm not going to bore you with facts up here. I'm just going to tell you the truth straight up. I mean, it's a huge part in our generation. Right now, the environment, it's becoming a lot bigger to us. I have a lot of cousins, little cousins, and I think it would be an amazing experience for us on our land to have this opportunity to see our grandparents build this up. But it also give job opportunities to veterans, because I know the company we're going through provides, lets the veterans that don't have jobs also take part. My grandparents' land, my cousins and I, like I said, grew up, and that's land he pays taxes for, not the town, him. He pays for that and he owns it, and it's our property, it's our family's property. And you have to realize that it's not going to affect anybody but the trees, which isn't a problem because they're already dead. They're already dead and they're already cleared out. I mean, this generation, our town, we need to start trying new things. I'm speaking from a teenager's point that we have not really done anything new. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a part of the athletic department. I am an athletic intern with Mr. Tech, and I have seen things and we've tried to change things. Nobody wants change. Why not change something? Why not try something new and give it a chance? It's only 25 years. If it doesn't work, then they're going to take it down, take it apart. Nothing will be left. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
About 25 Old People Road. If you want me to rebut the planning board, I'll be glad to, but I don't want to use it in 3 minutes. So it's up to you. If you want me to give a short rebuttal, or just focus on the issues.
I would stick to what you wanted to come up with.
For 3 minutes, you can be on the issues. Okay. Paul Soares talked about the overlay district. The purpose of an overlay district is to protect the town and its residents and not for profit. And that's what we're missing the point. You don't randomly grab an overlay and say, okay, we're going to go for profit, we're going to grab the money and run. We created an overlay to protect the people in the town, the watershed, the historical district. If you go to the town index, you're going to see a map instead of a wood frame. It's got a zoning map with the overlay district. It's important that we preserve overlay districts to help and preserve the residents of the town, not to make money on an overlay. When Mr. D'Annunzio sent a letter to Mr. Biragad, did Mr. D'Annunzio say at the bottom of that letter that he wanted to continue using the special use permit? Did he put that in the bottom of his
read the letter in its entirety.
Because I'm hearing that he wanted to keep the special use permit. He wants the project on the condition that we continue using the special use. That's an important caveat. So,
No, the letter was read in its entirety, Mike.
all right, the issue is, the old zoning map, the old overlay was 100% under contract with 2 landowners. The new map is probably going to be 80% under contract, 80-90%. The only 2 or 3 people that are missing are the administrator, Mr. Hamilton, Brady Galan. And Brady Galan, I think, is the Dalton family. The bill goes to Cranston. You don't even know that you just changed this map. I think they live in Cranston, so how do they know this is happening? If they read the advertisements, they weren't included in the overlay. It was just going to be Mr. Farr and Dr. Conner. That's the way it was going to go. Now all of a sudden, I've got Brady Galan. Now they're in the zone, in the overlay, and I got Mr. Hamilton. Were those 2 notified? Probably not, because it's not a zone change. And that's why I have a problem with the advertisement flipping. It's flipping, and it just changed the whole process. Now we have a new overlay district. When we talk about, Paul said $62 on the bill. I think a lot of residents are going to say, yeah, we're willing to pay the $62 and cut some of your spending, and maybe it'll just be $10 or $20. And I think it can be done. But I also wanted to talk about Rhode Island general law, which Mr. Biergard said it should be between the council and the planning board. And if you go to the handout my wife gave you, Rhode Island general law 4523-61, the title of this law focuses on subdivision, yet when you get into the different not the chapters, but the items below it, all the different subtitles, it talks about land development and subdivision. So don't get misled by the word subdivision in this chapter. That's the grand title, but if you go into the different sections, like sections 38 to 43, they're talking about land development. So if you follow 4523-61, go to paragraph B, and it's going to show you how the council works with the planning board, how it should be on the conditional. The council makes a conditional.
Okay.
But that's important legally to look at that paragraph B that my wife just had. That's what you should be following.
Thank you.
Renee Rathcup.
Renee Rathcup, 25 Springfield Road. I want to thank Mr. Kravitz for this nice, pretty colored overlay. Since the last meeting, in talking to neighbors, we were counting the number of streams that come down from Waterbury Hill. As far as, well, we counted it's either 5 or 6 streams that come down. Again, we have wells, we all have wells. And also in talking to neighbors, they said that they saw men doing probably surveying work or checking on the wells or the streams that are on Waterbury Hill. I wanted to know if there were any results from that counting or whatever they did. And if water does go, starting way up on the hill, water does go downhill, we have wells. Anyway, that's my concern. So from this map, you can't tell where the springs are, where the streams are. But I know in walking under the power lines, we used to go cross-country skiing there. Then in the summer, in the spring, you could see the streams going underneath the power line road. So that might be a question that could be asked of the developer, is where the water is coming from and how many springs there are, and if they could be impacted, because that's our only water source. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jessica Dale Cruz.
I'm Jessica Dale Cruz. I live on School Street. And I'm really surprised because I live in North Smithfield and I hadn't really heard too much about what's happening with the solar farm. But I'm wondering, what are going to happen to those trees? Are those going to be incinerated here? Are they going to be shipped off somewhere? Because I'm really concerned about
Are we going to burn the trees, or where is that going? Are we going to bring that in? How are they going to be disposed of is really important to me. Also, I'm just wondering, why aren't we looking at existing buildings like the schools? Are we able to utilize those buildings for solar panels? And then lastly, I'm very much about diversifying and finding ways to find revenue and even energy for our state. But I do agree with some of the people here. Why don't we let the people vote in November? I don't think, at least I don't think, that people who are asking, why are we rushing, are really trying to say that there's some kind of malice going on in the back rooms. But I think they're just genuinely wondering, why are we rushing, why can't we wait? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll let the same motion close.
Can we close the planning board meeting
Oh.
publicly?
Sure, go ahead.
One member can leave?
Go ahead.
Okay? I have a motion to adjourn. Second. Right, all in favor? All right, we're closed. Thank you.
Does anyone from the council have any questions for the members of the redevelopment?
Mr. President, I'm not sure that I have questions. I have more comments, if I may.
Okay.
We've continued public hearings, and to some of you, this may be redundant, but I just need to speak about it. We have a proposal for up to 70 megawatts, the amount of money to contribute to the town. I want to say this, that I am in favor of this. But this has to be one of the most difficult decisions I've made, going back to cell phone towers and backyards. Gravel removals off of Nipsachuk, Downland Village.
Can't hear you. Speak up.
Microphone.
Okay, I'm not going to start again. But here's my concerns. In order to protect the town as much as possible, we had the First Amendment, which was a sunset clause. Right, so in an effort to try to protect the town as much as possible, one of the First Amendment was the sunset clause. If the development did not start in 1 year and was not completed in 3 years, it ceased to exist. We just had an amendment by the president who did a tremendous job along with the town planner removing the scope of the overlay district, narrowing it, tightening it down. I've heard people speak about they're appreciative of that, so am I. We've also had something, and it's not scandalogic, I just made notes as I went through this. We were promised a payment of $250,000 to the town, apart from the tax revenue. That could be anywhere up to $420K a year. We were promised a payment of $250,000 initially for the town council to decide how it would best be used, whether it be, I won't go there, but yeah, I will. Whether it be for scholarships for children, doing something for the seniors, this was promised. And I would like to bring this up for a little input from my fellow council members. When does this happen? When do we say, where's the $250,000? I've been around long enough to see that promises are made and promises are not kept. So before zoning is done, before we overzone, we grant the overzone, the zoning overlay, before planning board approval, before construction site preparation. That just goes on. Now, that's one of my concerns before I even feel comfortable about voting on this. Where is that promised money? When is it going to be delivered? Part two falls under the process of the planning board. I'm certainly not going to, I don't act as a planning board member, I sit as a council member. I have the utmost confidence in the planning board to take a look at this. I'm sure they're going to look for a performance bond that's by a highly rated bonding company. Make sure it's in place before this does begin. I'm sure the planning board will hire an external engineer firm to review the proposed plans and to periodically perform on-site review of engineering plans and progress made on the site. Also, that the applicant would have to pay for these engineering studies. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tough one. Legally, if I may defer to the town solicitor, Mr. Iglesias, I have no problem. You good? Mr. Iglesias, we've heard how we can't submit this to the zoning board for their review. Can you tell me how we could submit it to the zoning board for review?
When you say submit it, you mean as part of the process?
Yes.
Well, if you look at the zoning, the ordinance as proposed, it has a provision that excludes it from special use permit review. You would take the exclusion out, which would be applicant, as asked for. Specifically, section G provides midway into the paragraph that the thereby not requiring a special use permit from the town of North Smithfield zoning board of review as set forth in 5.7.6D. You would just strike that language that it would require a special, or you put language that the affirmative is saying it doesn't require that. That's been debated since the inception of this proposal.
I'd like what Mr. Champagne said, I'd like to keep this simple. Can this be brought to the zoning board for their expedient review?
Again, I'm confused.
If we strike it, then we don't have to bring it. Or we can just proceed without, am I
I
right?
don't want to make it sound that simple. If you were to remove that provision, this would require both the planning board, the zoning board, and the council. I don't know about expedient review.
That's the overlay.
No, not the overlay. No. The overlay is your decision. The zoning board has no part in that.
Unless we
Deny the overlay, then the only way the applicant can move forward is filing for a special use permit, which he can do right now.
using all clauses for this.
No, not the council.
Not the council.
Council will be out of the loop.
And there's no way we could begin with it if we put it that way.
You can give it any thought, but that's not the process that's set up, and just not the process set up in the overlay zone, and not the process set up without the overlay zone. And that's not been discussed or brought up.
Could you just clarify if the zoning board does not approve? It's dead.
Excluding what's before you.
Correct.
If the applicant would file a master plan, land development project before the planning board, they would get first step approval by the planning board and go to the zoning board for a special use permit. That's allowed right now. If the zoning board were to deny it, the project would die. If the zoning board were to approve it, it would go back to the planning board for step 2 and step 3. That's what the process is right now on your books.
I need a little clarification. So if zoning board were to protect it, is there a 20-day period to challenge their ruling?
In Superior Court.
In Superior Court, not actually be brought by the town council, or
No.
any of us, no?
No.
It will be brought by the ballot.
Okay.
You know, I understand fully what you're saying, and my concern is, we have very competent volunteers on the planning and on the zoning. And I don't want these regulations overridden. Why have them if you're not going to be using them? And why sit there and try to write something that will cover just about everything that we need? I think zoning and planning, what they put forth is very important. And it is coming to us because I think of the financial aspect of it. But if we can do with striking a few words, back, it'd be planning, zoning, planning, bada bing, it would go that way?
I guess I'm not clear.
Speak to the microphone, please.
If you are talking about the ordinance that's before you, the applicant has said the asked for the planning board to perform the planning board function and the zoning board function.
That was